Hello, everyone. Welcome to a game called Dear Butterflies. This is a visual novel, and it looked pretty. Okay, that's why I'm gonna play it. It looked pretty. Look at the art. Pretty anime girl with butterflies, and I like butterflies. So let's start. I was standing still, staring at nothingness with eyes wide open. Surprised, shocked, confused, many emotions were swirling inside me, and it caused my feeling to be in disarray. I start to look around behind me. My right, my left, my right again. Then repeat and repeat again. Still, whatever I was looking for wasn't there. As my hands and legs began to tremble, I fell on my knees. Just a while ago, I was having the time of my life. The person I liked told me that he had a feeling for me too, right here on this very place. With his sweet voice, he had whispered the words of love to my ears. My heart was beating so hard, like it was about to fly off. I couldn't believe what I heard that time. It was probably one of the happiest moments of my life. But suddenly, in the blink of eyes, he vanished. He disappeared right in front of my eyes. I tried looking around, but I couldn't find him. His phone also didn't connect. It was as if his existence was erased from this world, as if he was never to exist to begin with. But he was real. I knew he was. He wasn't my imaginary friend. He wasn't a ghost, a mirage, or illusion. He was a person, a real human. Weird. How weird. This was too weird. Yeah, I would be a little stranged out if that happened to me too. I tried to make sense of it, but I couldn't. Tears began to stream down my cheeks as the fear started to eat me up inside. What if I disappeared too? Because of the sound of the footsteps, I noticed someone else was there. I didn't know where did that person came from, but I looked up and found a young man in front of me. Are you gonna confess your love for him too? But it was dark, and I couldn't see neither his face nor his expression he was wearing while he was looking at me. Was I weird in his eyes? Was I pathetic? Was I pitiful? This next second, butterflies appeared. They were fluttering around him. While my beloved disappeared in the thin air, those butterflies appeared out of nowhere. Once again, my eyes widened from the surreal thing that happened before my eyes again. I faintly saw his mouth move. He was probably saying something, but I couldn't hear any of it. Suddenly, the swarm of butterflies left his side and went my way. They were attacking me. But why? Why me? Did I do something wrong? I shut my eyes while trying to protect myself from them, but I was losing my strength. I could feel my consciousness was fading away, but I didn't care anymore. I was so tired. If I closed my eyes, maybe when I opened my eyes again, I would find everything was just a strange dream. Before everything turned black, the last thing I saw was a butterfly with black and white wings. How beautiful. Must be nice being a butterfly. They were beautiful and free. They do not have long lives, though. If only I could be like that. Dear butterflies, there is only one story that you can play at the beginning. You can select the other one after you clear the previous story. Select the story that you want to see. Oh yeah, there are two stories in this. So we'll do this story first. It's the only one I can play, and when I'm done with this one, we'll play the other one. The sound of my phone's alarm resonated throughout the room. Its loud voice brought my consciousness back from the world of dream. I thought I was dreaming about something, but I couldn't remember it. Still half awake, I tried to reach out for my phone, then I swiped up the screen. Finally, the sound of the alarm went off. Then my eyes widened and I looked at the time. It said 7:30 a.m. Huh? My alarm was set to 6:45. I didn't even hear it ringing before. Just how many times did it get snoozed? Immediately, I jumped off my bed. Oh no, I'm going to be late. I got ready as fast as I could, then immediately left my house. This must have been translated from a different language, because the grammar is a little awkward sometimes. Thank God I made it in time. To think I was almost late for my first week at college. However, since I arrived in the nick of time, most of the seats were already taken. I looked around for an empty seat. This seat is empty. Someone called out to me, pointing at an empty seat next to him. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Relieved, I put my bag on the table and sat down. I glanced at the person beside me. He was a tall, young man with this intimidating aura around him. Being next to him, I felt really small. If I remember correctly, he is the president of our department's student association. I think his name is Gaia. But he is supposed to be a third year. What is he doing on the first year class? Hey. Suddenly, his head turns towards me. Yes? Did I stare too much? Now I'm nervous. You're a freshman, right? What's your name? Sylvia. My name is Sylvia. Senior. You can call me Gaia. Okay then. I was gonna call you that anyways, since that was your name, but you know, be weird if I called you something else, like boyfriend material. Wink, wink. Anyway, Sylvia, how's college life so far? I don't know, I just started. It's my first week. It's only the first week. How should I respond? I'm not sure yet. I'm still adjusting. I see. Well, it's only been a week. I hope I can get used to things here soon. Yeah. If you have questions, don't be afraid to ask the seniors. We are more than happy to help our juniors. Yes, I will. Is he concerned about his juniors, or more like feeling responsible? He might look a little scary, but he seems like a nice senior to have around and to look at. Just as we conclude our conversation, the lecturer entered the class. Then the class started. What did they say? Today, there were booths of the students' organizations and clubs in the courtyard near the facility's Student Activity Center building. They were displaying their products, props, and activities. The freshmen could look around and even apply. There were so many of them, starting from the department associations to facility-wide ones. Not to mention, there were many departments in the facility: photography, journalism, robotics, theater association, debate club, anime and manga club. So many clubs to choose from. I wish we had a photography club at my school. That would have been awesome. Student association, student executive, a few more organizations with student embedded into its name, and other which names I couldn't even remember. They are all looking interesting. They all look interesting. That's the exact pronoun. But they all look interesting would be fine. I was in a go-home club during high school. A go-home club? Wow, that sounds like the best club ever. You're in high school and you go to the go-home club and you're just like, hey, I want to go home. I don't want to be in high school. And everyone's club like, yeah, I get you, bro. I get you. I want to go home too. That's the club. I want to join something in college. Still, as a student, I need to balance organization with studies. For now, I will find the one that suits me best. I walked to the booths, one by one. and ended up on my department's student association's booth. When I came, a familiar face was there, giving a presentation to the freshmen. Oh, it's Gaia. Since I also wanted to know about the association, I joined the other freshmen to listen. Gaia was explaining about the organization's vision and mission, as well as its principle. The freshmen were listening with much enthusiasm. Gaia is so cool. He can speak in front of many people like this. When I was in high school, I always thought that college students were cool. And Gaia was like the very image of a cool college student that I had in mind. Charismatic, confident, calm, and reliable. Now that I'm also a college student, I want to be cool like that too. But in the back of his mind, he's just like, student debt, where am I going to go after this? He's like racking his mind. But on the outside, he's just like, I gotta play it cool. Gotta play it cool. As the first step, I'm going to be a member of an organization. After a short while, Gaia finished giving the presentation. In the end, I was only listening halfway because the other half was used to sing praises for the speaker. Okay. As the other students were leaving, I saw them holding a brochure. It looked like there was some at the booth table. The other half were just like, yo, Gaia, that was an awesome speech, bro. Yeah, fist bump. Nice speech, guy. Oh, okay. I was about to take one, but someone was calling me. Sylvia, isn't it? It was Gaia. It was another singer whose name I hadn't learned yet. Yes? He remembered my name. And great presentation, Senior Gaia. I think I told you to drop the senior. Well, the other male student who was with Gaia elbowed him. You know her, dude. She was your junior in high school. No, we sat next to each other this morning. Not to brag or anything, but I was sitting next to her this morning. Did you scare this poor girl? Uh-oh. Nope. Bye-bye. The senior looked at me with an expression which I wasn't sure it was worry or pity. Why is he looking at me like that? I was confused, but I wasn't the only one. I'm not, why would I? I mean, you are tall like a skyscraper, and rarely smile. Am I? Yes, you are! We had a lot of classes together, but the frequency of you smiling was like the number of national holidays we had last year that were not in Saturday or Sunday. Which were countable with fingers. What's with that comparison? Why were you counting those things, though? I'm that desperate to have days off, okay? But it's that true, then. The smile I saw this morning at the SSR. Oh, you were in the committee for the freshman orientation too last year, right? I heard there were many girls that got intimidated by you during orientation. The seniors also strongly against having a girl in your mentorship group. They said you would scare them away. Is that so? Sounds like an exaggeration. I didn't know something like that happened. Well, I mean, I just got here, so of course I didn't listen to those things. I kind of feel bad for Gaia. He indeed looked a little scary, but he is actually a nice person. That's what we all say. I think I should. Interfere. I want to tell him that I don't feel that way. If anything, I feel grateful towards him. Oh, this is gonna be awkward, doesn't it? Senior is really kind. He helped me to find an empty seat this morning. He even asked me how I was doing as a new student. I don't think he is scary, rather he is a friendly person. I see. It's good that you understand. When I said those words, Gaia's face beamed. Aren't you... I'm not gonna say this. You're a good girl. Sylvia, yep, that's something you say to someone you just met. I'm just stating the facts. Oh right, I almost forgot. do you want to apply? Gaia passed me a brochure about the organization. I forgot that I wanted to take one because of those chattings. I took the brochure and skimmed through it. And then my gaze went back from the brochure to Gaia. This. Just take the brochure for now. You can register using a link on the brochure. Once again, I looked at the brochure to confirm the link was indeed there. Okay. We will be waiting for your application. Yes, I will surely join, indeed. For a moment, I saw his expression change. I think he looked pleased. But when I looked his way again, he was back to his default, unreadable face. Maybe it was my imagination after all. Okay, Gaia, what's the catch? What you gonna do? I don't know if this is a yandere story or not. A few days later, during lunchtime, I was sitting in the cafeteria with some of my classmates. I was still not used to the university's cafeteria. While I already ate here several times, I still felt weird for being here. In here, the price was a bit more expensive than high schools, but there were some more choices and the portions were bigger. This place was big, but around this time it was very crowded. Sometimes I felt like my ears were buzzing because of the noises. Still, I was enjoying my time here, eating with friends. Oh, is that why my ears are ringing? It's because of all the college experiences I had. I see. What organization did you guys join? I applied for journalism. Well, I'm thinking of joining student representative, but the recruitment is still later, they said. So for now, I'm only applying for the Photography Association. How about you, Sylvia? I submitted my application for our department's student association a few days ago. That's nice. I want to join that too, but I haven't submitted my application yet. You still have time. The recruitment is still open until the end of the month. I will take my time then. Oh, by the way, have you guys decided what to join for the freshman cup? Freshman cup? There are so many events I can't remember them all. Yeah, it's a competition for freshmen among departments. Do we have to participate? Yeah, you guys better participate. Oh my gosh! Out of nowhere, his music just amped up the whole situation. Out of nowhere, a classmate of mine aimed to my table. His name, if I wasn't mistaken, was Caladrius. Oh, this guy has to have an ego with a name like that. He slammed the poster of the freshman cup that we were talking about. Oh, thank you. Why did he slam it? Come on, man. He seems more intense, I guess. While I didn't mind, apparently his attitude didn't sit well with my two friends, and they started glaring at him. Caladrius, right? Are you picking a fight? Huh? Wait, isn't this bad? What? Do you have a problem with me? Where did this come from? Oh, all over some freshman cup for a college thing? Come on. It's not worth it. Totally. Can you be less rude? I lost in rock, paper, scissors. It's not like I want to do this, okay? Figures. That's not an excuse for your behavior, though. Right. Use your common sense. Huh? Nagging about common sense? Are you guys my mother or my grandmother? Old lady. What? We are still young, you bald. Yeah, that's a great comeback for someone with hair. You're just like, you bald. Yeah. Okay, cool, thanks. People who can pull off baldness are just like kinda OP, because I couldn't do that. Maybe because I'm a woman. Some women can pull it off though. How can you? I don't have the confidence to go that edgy. Well, yeah, to cut off my hair. No. What did you say? Can't you see my hair is still fluffy and healthy? Nah, you look like you'll go bald anytime because it's gray. What's with this conversation? Yeah, Sylvia, I feel you, girl. I feel you. Don't fight, guys. People are looking at us. When I said that, I wasn't kidding. People were looking at us. Apparently, these three had been talking with rather loud voices. Noticing their gaze, the three who were about to fight looked away from each other. What was your idea of a fight? Was that your idea of a fight? Despite the overlapping noises at the cafeteria, there was this voice that I could hear very clearly. I looked right and left, like I did in the beginning, and attempted to identify the source of the voice, but I couldn't find it. Maybe it's just my imagination? In the end, I just dismissed it as hearing things. What a pain. Caladrius sighed and took another seat with us, accompanied by the frown from the other two. Since the three of them had calmed down, we looked at the poster. Let's see. Basketball, futsal, volleyball, tennis, band, solo vocal, photography, esports. Wow, so many. We need to roster by the end of the week. Everyone have to participate. I'm taking notes of who want to participate in which. You should say that from the start. Bro. Okay, is it just me, or is there, like, too much work put into this college story? Like, about college? I mean, I guess it's about college, but I think it's more about probably developing a romantical relationship with either of these two people. That's my opinion. I'm not actually sure. But there's so much about this college that I'm just like, wow. Anyway, write down your name and your choice here. Oh, okay. He shoved the paper. This list, the list of name of participated event was written there. So far, more than half of the freshmen in my department had signed up. This is a tough choice. I will go with the volley then. Wow, you can play volley? Yeah, I was in the volleyball club during high school. What about you guys? I'm bad at sports. Maybe I'll go with photography. What about you? Well, since my two other friends had picked, Caladrius turned his head towards me. He had this impatient look on his face. Is he in a hurry or something? I think I will go with arts. I think something in arts might be good. Can you sing? I can try. Reject it. Photography then. Sure. After he has completed his objective, Caladrius walked off. The rest of us finished our food, took our place to the dirty plates corner, and then left the cafeteria. The dirty plates corner. Later that night, I did my homework in my room, or at least I attempted to. I don't get this homework at all. After a sigh, I put down my pen and picked up my phone instead. Let's ask someone. I opened the Messenger app and found there was a message from someone not in my contact list. Good evening, I am Gaia from the Student Association. I found your number off of your social media, which I stalked. Gaia? Regarding your application to our association, I want to inform you that there will be an interview next week on Tuesday at 1 p.m. I have a class then. Can't make it by. We hope you can attend the interview at the given time. If you are unable, please inform us soon for a reschedule. So formal. Cool. Just like business mail. Anyway, I think I have no class that day. I guess I will reply now. Oh, but I guess I need to be formal too, right? Let's see. Then I begin to type my reply. Good evening, regarding the interview. No. Shouldn't I say thank you for the information first? Good evening, thank you for the information regarding the interview. I will attend the interview at the given time. Perfect, and send. And to my surprise, when I was about to put my phone down, a reply arrived. It was from Gaia. Now, what a fast reply. Let's see. Okay, by the way, are you done with your homework for tomorrow? Oh, right. We are in the same class for that one course. Not yet. I understand nothing. Send. Yeah, he's like, I know, listen, I'm in a freshman class randomly, and I'm a senior. I've been trying to pass this class for like the last 3 years, and I just don't understand the material. It seems like no one understands the material in this class, actually. We don't even know why this class is here. Just like before, the reply came really fast. I'm done. Want to copy mine? What? Copy? I never do. Yes, give me it. Before I could send my reply, he sent me a picture of his answers. I will teach you before class. Just copy it for now. Oh, but don't make it too obvious. He is going to teach me? How nice. Yes, thank you for inserting yourself into my life. Make sure you go to campus early tomorrow. Not to mention it, I almost late that day. I need to set more alarms. Then I put my phone down and start to copy his homework. Alright. Everything around me was black. We're back in this dream. I was staring at nothingness until someone appeared from the darkness. It's that guy from last night. The first thing that caught my eye were a picture on that person's clothes. Black and white butterfly. Hello there. When that person spoke to me, I realized that I had heard that voice before. It was the voice I heard at the cafeteria. No, I felt like I knew his voice even before that. Suddenly, the butterflies appeared around him and started attacking me. No, when I saw them, I felt fear or excited. I mean, they did attack me, bro. But I'll say excited, because I show no fear, especially not to a bunch of butterflies, bro. I was filled with excitement when I saw those butterflies. They were beautiful and sparkly, and I knew this was a dream now. My body moved on its own and took a step forward. But suddenly the ground right under my feet cracked. The next second, it collapsed and I fell. Don't go for the pretty. Via? Sylvia! I heard a voice calling my name, and I woke up from the dream, and I was asleep in class this whole time? When my consciousness returned, what greeted me was confusion. Huh? Gaia? This is classroom. I thought I was sleeping in my room before. When did I get here? What's wrong? You were spacing out. Is this question really this hard? Question? I looked at the table, and as he said, we were looking at the homework from yesterday. Right. He said he would teach me tomorrow. Huh? Confused, I took out my phone and checked the time and date. To my surprise, the day had changed. It was already the morning of the next day. That meant I woke up, went to campus, and is being taught by Gaia, but remembered nothing. Wow, I've had this moment before. Have I gone senile? Or maybe I was sleepwalking. I sleepwalked all the way through camps and started working on... I was working on my homework too. Man, I wish I could have done that. That would have been an epic power. If I could just go to sleep and then do my homework in my sleep and then I wake up in the next day and it's all done. That would be fucking amazing. Oh god. That would have taken so much time out of my day. I mean, like, I would have given me back so much time in my life. I shook my head as the possibility began to pop out one by one inside my head. Maybe I just didn't pay attention, or maybe I am too tired. Yes, that must be. Then I nodded at myself. Are you okay? Should I explain again? Oh, then one more time, please. Okay. Seriously, pull yourself together, Sylvia. Then Gaia patiently explained everything to me again. I was grateful that he was willing to teach me, not to mention, he was such a good teacher. Without realize, we already on the last number of the homework, yes. Wow, I can't believe these questions are actually that easy. Must be because your explanations are so easy to follow. Thank you very much. I took this class 4 years in a row. Don't mention it. It's just because I already took this class before. Oh yeah. Huh, he took the class twice. Is that possible? Could it be that he didn't pass before? I'll ask. Let's not speculate. Just ask. How is this your second time? If you don't mind answering, of course. Nah, it's not a sensitive topic. Thank goodness. I didn't take the final exam because I was hospitalized that time. Oh, the tragic backstory. Couldn't make it to the remedial either, so I need to retake the class. But last year, I couldn't take the class because I have another class with the same schedule. It brings a tear to my eye every time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. This maybe sounds awful, but I'm happy we can be on classmates. Yeah, we can be on classmates, indeed. No, I told you it's okay. It's quite common occurrence for the college student. Gaia took a short pause, and then he stared deep into my eyes. Then he flashed me his so-called SSR smile. In fact, I also thought the same. That line, that smile, that actually made my heart skip a beat. This is unfair. How can I win against an SSR item? What the heck is an SSR? I don't know. Right after that, the lecturer came into the class. The first thing the lecturer said was to collect the homework, which I had copied so easily. Haha. It was weekend. Since I had no homework, I was playing a game on my mobile phone. Playing game was my attempt to refresh my mind after the knowledge flood I got from the classes. Unfortunately, I didn't feel refreshed at all. This is my defeat for the 5th time in a row. I quit. Frustrated, I closed the app and slammed my phone to the bed. Which app game can be that difficult that you that angry at it, bro? I'm sure there is one. Like Flappy Bird. She's playing Flappy Bird. I bet it. She hit that pipe like for the 5th time in a row. It's like, I'm done. I buried my fate in the pillow, letting out a weird growl for some reason. Feeling vibration on my phone, I took a peek on the screen. There was a message from my classmate, the coordinator of my freshman cup from my department. The schedule for the freshman cup is out. The event's opening will be held on Monday's evening. All freshmen are required to participate. Photography will be held from opening until Friday morning. You are free to take photos whenever during the event. Just don't forget to submit it before Friday morning. Alright, I totally forgot about the freshman cup. I got it. Send. After replying the message, I decided to go back to gaming. On the game I gave up on. Hopefully, I was able to break away from my losing streak. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, says Minecraft MC. Welcome to the Freshman's Cup's opening ceremony. Oh my goodness gracious. By reflexes, I cover my ear as soon as the MC starts speaking. No, rather than speaking, he was shouting, even with microphone on his hand. It was so unbelievably loud. Still, everyone was pumped out about the event and began to cheer. Of course, that included me. I am forced to be here, but I'll make the best of it, I guess. First, let's start this glorious opening ceremony by singing our facilities anthem and jargon. You guys memorized that by now, right? That's a part of the requirement. Some of you might not memorize yet. That's why then a familiar figure stepped onto the stage together with the MC. Gaia, what's he doing here? Here, our senior Gaia will lead us. The floor is yours, senior. A round of applause filled the auditorium. Thank you. Then we began to sing the anthem in jargon with much energy and enthusiasm. As expected from Gaia, he is so cool. The schedule moved on, starting from greetings from several people. It wasn't the end yet, but I suddenly didn't feel well. My friend who sat next to me seemed to notice it too. Are you okay? You look pale. I think I felt a little dizzy. Should I call the medic, or do you want to go to the clinic? There was a clinic in the university. However, I wasn't sure whether it was still open at this hour. As for the medic, I didn't really want to bother others on this merry occasion. I think I will just go home. Eh? You're using public transportation, right? Are you going to be okay? It's fine, probably. But when I was about to leave my seat, someone approached us. Is something wrong? Huh? You don't look too good. Are you not feeling well? Looked like Gaia was watching the opening with us all this time. Yes, senior. Yes, I'm feeling a little dizzy, so I want to go home. Is that so? Then I will take you home. My brain froze when he said that. I looked at my friend and she was just smiling. Oh, then please take care of her. But is that okay? Sure. Yeah, is it really okay? Not that I don't like it. In fact, I would be grateful, but Let's go. My car is in the parking lot. You can tell me your address as we walk. Yes, sure. I followed Gaia to where the car was. That day I went home with Gaia's car. I went home with his car, not him, just the car. We had a small talk along the way, but not much since my head was hurting. The other reason was because I was very nervous. As soon as we arrived home, I changed my clothes, took a medicine, and I got to bed. I thought maybe I could sleep peacefully since nothing but good things had happened to me. But I was wrong. Once again, the silhouette of someone I saw inside my dream before appeared in front of me. Hello again. Did you have a good time today? I was surprised by his words. Looked like he was watching me from somewhere. But where? Why? And more importantly, who are you? Who am I? Oh, right, you don't know me. Of course I don't. Who are you? Why won't you leave me alone? Just like before, butterflies appeared out of nowhere around him. I will tell you if you stand still. Just as he said, I stood on my current place without moving. Since I didn't know what he wanted, my anxiousness grew as that person walked closer. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. I was counting how many steps he had taken when suddenly I heard a woman's voice inside my head. Run! Huh? At first I thought I was just hearing things, but that voice continued to speak to me. Run! Please run away! Is she telling me to run? Run, or else you will be eaten. Eaten? Who, me? Run! Please run, now! Although I had my doubts, I decided to follow the voice's advice and begin to run. Ah, she escaped, says the mysterious mom. Well, I guess I'll get her next time. I run and I run, not sure where I was going since everything was just darkness. All I did was running until I found light on the other side. I was so white now. I entered the light and found myself in a room where everything was pure white. In the middle, there was someone, a woman. As she noticed my presence, she turned around to face my direction. Hello, me? I was surprised when I saw her face. She looked just like me. Who are you? Without answering, she walked closer and closer until she was right in front of me. This won't do. This won't do, Sylvia. This voice. Was she the one who told me to run? Huh? What do you mean? This won't do. What won't do? Please answer my question. This is wrong. It shouldn't be like this. What is? This won't do. This won't do. Instead of replying to my question, she kept on muttering the same words over and over again. No, we can fix this. Let's do it again, Sylvia. We will get it right this time. Fix this? Fix what? Your choices, of course. Oh, did I pick all the wrong choices? The sound of my phone's alarm resonated throughout the room. I thought I was dreaming about something, but I couldn't remember. Still half awake, I tried to reach out for my phone. And alarm, my eyes. It says 7:30, huh? Oh no, it started over again. Just how many times? I'm gonna be late. Okay. Did we jump back in time? I made it in time. Oh my gosh. Okay, great. How should I respond? It's going great! It's going well so far. Just, of course, there are differences from high school, but I'm adjusting just fine. That's great. With your positivity, I'm sure you will be fine. He smiled and he complimented me. What's wrong? It's nothing. I hope I can get used to things here soon. Yeah. If you have any questions, just ask the seniors, you know. This is feeling like some deja vu right now. Can I just skip? I feel like it's all gonna be the same. What if I keep silent? Nah, I just kept silent. They continued to chat while I was just listening while smiling. I mean, they had many interesting stories. I didn't mind listening to them all day. Oh right, I almost forgot. Do you want to apply? Yeah, he passed me the brochure, and I forgot what I wanted because of those chattings. I took the brochure, skimmed through it. That's right. Okay. Oh, here comes the dude. I think I'll pick sport this time. Why not? I think I can do sports. Yeah, I like sports. Basketball team still needs a person. Sure, I could play basketball. Alright, basketball then. After he completed his objective, Caladrius walked off. I was filled with fear. The feeling was probably fear. I found those butterflies scary. It was as if they were going to hurt me or bring me misfortune. Without thinking, my legs began to move and I run away. But suddenly the ground right under my feet cracked, and the next second it collapsed and I fell again. It happens the same. Whoa! Hold on. Avia! Sylvia. I heard the voice calling my name and I woke from the dream. It's the same. Don't ask. Let's not pry further. Right after that, the lecturer came into the class, and the first thing the lecturer said was to collect the homework. I don't know. Wait. Oh. There will be practice on Wednesday and Thursday. Don't miss it. Oh, right. I totally forgot about the freshman cup. I got it. Send. After replying the message, I decided to go back to gaming. Hopefully, I can break my losing streak. Whoa! It started over on me again. I feel like I know what the right options are. I'll interfere this time. I feel like maybe I do. I don't know if this one matters. I'll try sports. Fear. I'll ask. So, you are Sylvia, right? Sylvia? Who's Sylvia? Is that me? Oh, right, that's my name. I'm Sylvia. Sylvia. Huh? When I realized I was in the cafeteria, in front of me there were two seniors, Gaia and the one I had met during the booth. Both of them are looking at me now with worried eyes. This again, I swear, this is the second time already. Just what happened to me. Are you still not feeling well? If you are sick, we can reschedule the interview. Oh! It's the interview time already. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fine. Are you sure? Yes, so don't push yourself. No, I'm seriously fine. I just transported here out of nowhere, and I'm seriously okay. Okay, then. Let's continue the interview. Okay, so Sylvia, what makes you want to be a part of our association? It's because of the connections. I want to have connection and networking of people in our department. Though the association, I want to know more people in our department and field of expertise. I think having many connections will be beneficial in the future. Also, I like to simply make more friends. You're completely right about that. Both of them nod at my response. Still, I couldn't tell whether or not I answered correctly. I'm so nervous. Next question then. What's your strength and weakness? Strength, huh? I think I'm a friendly person. I'm always looking at things positively. Yeah, you are. Positivity is amazing. All because I said I was adjusting well to college life. I didn't think he would comment on that. I was caught off guard. On top of that, he was smiling. I started to doubt that his smiling face was an SSR item. That one senior must be just exaggerating. It must be, yeah. Not just me, the senior who was also looked confused. Yeah, he was also looked confused. That's a sentence. Thank you. The rest of the interview went better than I thought. Although I was nervous the whole time, I did my best answering the questions. I could only hope for that I would be accepted. Today was the day of basketball practice. Honestly, I only ever played basketball during PA class. Still, I knew the rule and I could pass the ball, so I would probably be fine. Moreover, we were going to practice with our seniors as our coach. I wonder who is going to be the coach. It's me. I heard a reply coming from behind me, so I turned around. It was Gaia, of course. Who else would it be? And the senior who was frequently with him. I thought I heard his voice, so it's actually him. Aren't our encounter rate a little bit too high? Yo, are you in the basketball team? Yes, by any chance? Are you the coach? Yeah, him too. Gaia pointed at the senior who was with him. You are good at basketball, but if you are the only one here, they will get scared. Amazing. Gaia sure can do anything. Sylvia, isn't it? We sure see each other often. Like, wherever Gaia go, you would appear. My thought exactly. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. The senior came closer to me and spoke in small volume so I could hear his words. This is a secret, okay? Gaia looks happy to see you. I think you are kind of special to him. What? After saying such words, he walked away laughing. You must be teasing me. Gaia looked at his friend and then at me. Did he just say something weird to you? That's, well, a secret. I'm not telling you. Okay, too bad. As if I would tell him. Anyway, looks like everyone is here. We should start the practice. Yes, of course. And we did the practice for half an hour. Gaia mostly made us do running, passing, and shooting practices, and he also made us do free throws 10 times each. I managed to get the ball in 3 times. It's actually quite bad. It was still better than duds, but I knew I had to do better. It was actually weighing on my mind. And I stayed behind when everyone else were going home. What's wrong? Shouldn't you be going home too? This won't do. What do you mean? Something bad? Shooting accuracy? Whoa, hearing it from him kinda hurts. Don't sweat it too much. Of course I do. There's still 2 days. There is still time for me to get a little bit better. Just a little is fine. Like 8 out of 10. Hey, that's not a little anymore. The point is, I want to practice some more. I want to be the best basketball player. I turned away from Gaia and picked up the ball on the ground. From the free throw position, I once again attempted to put the ball into the ring. And once again, I failed. Look at me. Looking at me, Gaia sighed and walked towards me. I will help you practice. But only 15 minutes, okay? There are other teams who want to use this place too. Yes, thank you very much. And as he said that, he began to give me more pointers. Practicing just the two of us was fun. Unfortunately, it only lasts for 15 minutes. If only I could be with him longer. The night came. I saw the familiar darkness inside my dream. Somehow, I got the feeling that the person, the butterfly shirt, would come. But I wasn't sure about what should I do if he truly came. Should I run away like before? Should I face him head on? Without waiting for me to make up my mind, the person came. Hey, are you waiting for me? Yes, answer me. Who exactly are you? Me? I am me. Well, of course you are you. Who else are you, if not you yourself? I wonder who. Well, this was by far the longest conversation I had with this person. However, as expected, he was weird. His words didn't make any sense. And the fact that I couldn't see his face because of this darkness made it even weirder. What about you? Huh? You asked me who I am, but have you been asked yourself who you are? I'm not in the mood for philosophicals. You're the one stalking me in my dream. Me? Of course I'm me. Sylvia. As so. Did this person just laugh at me? Yes, he did. He has all the power here. Well, what did he say? Something. Huh. What do you... The butterflies came out around him. Suddenly I remembered the words of the woman from the other day. You will be eaten. Just as I was about to run, a bright light appeared, painting everything in white. Faintly I could hear a woman's voice. Go, Sylvia. You have to grab your happiness. Is this me battling like anxiety or something? When I opened my eyes, I was standing on the basketball court from yesterday. I was at a loss, so the sounds of people shouting at me didn't reach my ears. Sylvia, watch out! Without me noticing, a ball came bouncing at me and hit me right on my face. It hurts a lot. Gaia immediately ran to my side and helped me to sit down on the bench. Meanwhile, the other senior was taking over as the coach. Are you okay? It's dangerous to space out like that. It was hurt, but I thought I was mostly okay. Except for the pain. You know, other than that, I was kinda okay. And the taste of iron inside my health. I think I bit my lip. Gaia leaned closer to check. Noticeably, the distance between us had decreased considerably. I could feel my cheek starting to feel hot. My heartbeat began to speed up. He is so close. You were right. It's bleeding. While he observed my bleeding lip, I unconsciously stared at him. This is my first time looking at him up close. My eyes began to wander his every facial features, his jet black hair looking so fluffy that I had to resist the urge to touch it. His eyes shining just like a precious gemstone. The mole under his left eye. His nose. His lips. Everything about him took my breath away. I could look at him the whole day without getting bored. All this time I thought he was cool, but when I saw him that close, I realized how handsome he is. Cool, handsome, and masculine. Is something on my face? When Gaia talked to me, I realized that I had been staring at him for too long. No. Then can you please wait? I want to buy some ice cubes. I will buy some ice cubes on the cafeteria. Why do I have to buy ice cubes for this? Like, don't they have, like, medics or something? Okay. With that, Gaia left the court and headed to the cafeteria. And there was me, on the bench, struggling to keep my heart steady. What's wrong with me? Could it be that towards Gaia? That time I thought I could hear someone sigh. Something happened. I didn't know when did I fall asleep or when I blacked out. When I realized around me there was a familiar darkness. It was quite scary to think that this had been something familiar, but it did. Somehow, the frequency of me seeing this dream had been increasingly lately. Unfortunately, I didn't have a clue why I kept coming back here, and why that one person kept appearing. Good evening. It's you again. Just who are you? What is this place? What do you want from me? Why can't you just leave me alone? You could say I'm just doing my responsibilities, but I guess you really don't remember me. This makes me sad. Huh? Why? Well, when someone forgot about you, won't you feel sad? For example, let's say Gaia forgot about you. How will you react? Hearing a familiar name, I was taken aback. What? Of course I'd be sad, but why him? I like to mention other names, but do you even know other people's names? What is this person even talking about? Yeah, of course I do. I have friend A and friend B. Those are their names. Real names. Friend A and friend B are my forever college buddies. So is that so? Glad to hear. Now mention the names of the friends who ate with you in the cafeteria before. Bro. Yeah, that's what I just said. Friend A and friend B. That's their names, right? They are, huh? Wait, what are their names again? Then how about the other senior who was often with Gaia? What's his name? Oh, that's Senior A. Yeah, everybody knows Senior A. I don't know. See, but I remember this guy called Caladrius. Caladrius, huh? He is an exception. What? That one also has been giving me a hard time. You guys really need to give me a break. I was at a loss for words. Some things didn't make sense. How could I not remember the names of my own friends and the people that I often met? And the worst thing was I could barely remember the appearance. Wow, there is a reason for all this. It's interesting. Am I seriously going crazy? Or is it because of this dream? There is also times when I can't remember what I was doing. In confusion, I looked at the butterflies around that person. I mean, I should have known there was more going on once, time just literally reset itself. So, I mean, it's a little crazy. Are they the butterflies' fault? Oh. Is this like a butterfly effect thing? Are they really going to eat me, as she said? Without thinking, I went closer to the man with his butterflies, and I decided to attack them. I attacked them? Okay. I didn't have a choice on this. When my consciousness returned to me, I was standing on the court. Even when I couldn't remember anything, I was playing basketball. I was moving through the court. I was shooting hoops. I was a star. In fact, I would... Really? That's what it just said. I clicked through it on accident. Why do I keep doing that? I don't know. But it just said I was shooting some hoops and stuff, you know? I was an A-star player. No, S-tier player. When it got in, the referee blew his flute. Game set 16-14. Winner. Red team. My teammates cheered so hard and we started hugging each other. We won. But I wasn't happy. I mean, I basically remember nothing about the match. Instead of celebrating with others, I sat on the bench by myself. Why the long face? Something bothering you? Well, could it be that you were not feeling well? Gaia sounded as he was worried about me. Although I wanted to tell him, I didn't know where I should start. It was just too confusing. Mind if you come with me for a bit? Okay. Gaia stood up and stretched out his hand to me. In response, I took his hand and we both went elsewhere. Somehow, he brought me to the cafeteria. Somehow, I managed to get here. Don't know how. We sat on one of the empty benches with milkshake for each of us. Let me just pay for my share. No need. Let's say it's to celebrate your weddings. It seems like we're in a simulation anyway, so money, I don't really care about it right now. Well, about that, in silence, I was trying to find a way to explain my condition to Gaia, who was clearly trying to cheer me up. What I experienced was so weird, I didn't think anyone would believe me. But I really need to confide in someone, or else I would seriously go insane. You know, lately I've been having strange dreams about this guy. Nightmare? Not exactly a nightmare, but yeah, something like that. I told Gaia about the mysterious man and the butterflies in my dream. I also told him that sometimes I had this strange gap on my memories, although I wasn't sure if I conveyed it properly, but I tried my best to explain it with words. And what better to explain something than with words? He silently listened to everything I said and nodded. That's about it. Are you saying you don't remember anything today before that last shot? Yes. Well, actions are usually better, but how are you gonna explain this with actions? You're gonna summon some butterflies or something to try and explain it with actions. And then have the butterflies that running around, flying around, attacking people. And this is what my dream is like. And then the time before I got hit by the ball. Also, the time before the interview. That explained it. Still, it's too bad that you don't remember your shooting practice actually paid off. Your free throws were all in just today, not to mention that buzzer beater. Wait, you believe what I just said? Yeah. Hearing that he believed me, I felt the bottled emotions inside me broke. Thank goodness. Why are you crying? I'm afraid that you will not believe me. I don't know what's happening, Minnie. I'm really afraid. Suddenly, something touched my head. It was his hand patting my head. I was trying to stop my tears, but his gentle touch made me cry harder instead. It's okay. I believe you. You are okay. Nothing bad will happen. Yes. After a while... How do you know that? I mean, I have this butterfly man stalking me, so that's kind of weird, bro. After a while, I finally calmed down. Thinking back, it was really embarrassing of me to cry in front of him like that. But really, I just couldn't help it. To lift my mood, I took a sip of my milkshake. The sweetness in my mouth actually made me feel a little bit better. I'm sorry you saw me like that. I'm just glad you're feeling better. Yes, thanks to you. You listen to me and comfort me. If there is something I can do as thanks, please tell me. It's so... Actually, there is something you can do for me. Oh, what is it? Tell me. Why don't you call my name? Huh? I'm just thinking you never called me by my name, even though I told you to feel free to do so. Well, I can do that, I guess. Gaia? Yeah? Suddenly I remember the words that the mysterious man said to me last night. I'd like to mention other names, but do you even know other people's names? If I cannot remember other people's names, so why can I remember Gaia's name? Why can I remember him just fine? Gaia. Yeah? Gaia? Yeah. Whenever I called his name, my chest was like being filled with a strange feeling of happiness. My heart was beating so hard that it might have left out on my chest. Sylvia. Suddenly I heard a woman's voice inside my head. You probably should tell him how you feel. Tell him? But it's okay. It will be okay. Trust me. You will be okay. You will be able to obtain your happiness. Is being with him also a form of my happiness? Yes. To love and to be loved. To be able to be with someone you love. Isn't that a wonderful thing? This voice somehow always managed to find her way to support me. Maybe I can trust her. Gaia. Yeah? If someone confessed to you, what will you do? When I asked that, I could feel my hands and legs were cold from sweat. What's with the sudden question? Well, just asking. Let's see. If that person is you, I'll gladly accept. What? I mean, I like you. No, I love you. Sylvia, I love you. Eh? Wow, that's a little forward. I mean, I just start confessing. At first, I was just interested in you, but the past weeks, I feel more and more drawn to you, and then I realized I'm in love with you, you know? You know, girl? Sorry, I'm not good with words. What's happening? Am I dreaming? If I'm dreaming, please don't wake me up. What about you, Sylvia? What do you think about me? I shut my eyes, trying to gather my courage. I also like you. When I opened my eyes, somehow Gaia disappeared. Gaia? Huh? Where did he go? Somewhere? What's this uneasy feeling? I decided to wait for a while. I waited and waited. However, he didn't come back. His phone also didn't connect. And suddenly everything turned black. What is going on? From the darkness, I heard footsteps getting closer and closer. Without even looking, I could tell who was coming. It was the person. The butterfly man. Hey, that's what I called him. Somehow, unlike the previous ones, I could see his face. He looked younger and shorter than I thought he would. But I wouldn't be tricked by that innocent-looking face. Is this your doing? I lifted my head and saw the man standing before me. Where is he? Where is Gaia? Give him back. I can't do that. Why? He is no longer here. What do you mean? What did you do to him? I devour him. Oh. I couldn't believe my own ears. What do you mean? That means he doesn't exist anymore here. And now is your turn. Oh! Just so you know, in case you were having any weird ideas, I'm not into cannibalism. I don't eat humans. And what are you gonna do? Erase me? Why me? What did I do wrong? The man walked closer to me. He looked at me, deep into my eyes, like he was peeking into my soul. Although he was looking at me, at the same time I felt like he wasn't looking at me at all. Rather, he was looking for something else. Or maybe someone else. Nothing. At least, not you. Then why? I'm just trying my best to live as a university student. I just want to be happy. I'm sure you do, but you won't be able to achieve what you want like this. The so-called happiness isn't something that you obtain in a place like this. What do you mean by a place like this? You're not making any sense. I mean, it's completely dark, and it's hard to be happy here. Then where? Where's my happiness lies in the afterlife? Suddenly, I could feel all my strength start to leave me, and my vision start to become dark. As my legs gave up, I fell to my knees. I could only stare at the ground, unable to see even the man standing before me. Since I couldn't see what he was doing, I didn't realize the swarm of butterflies started to form around him, and the fact that they were starting to circle around me. I'm going to be eaten. Hey, seriously, why me? Why is this happening to me? Answer me. Just who am I? Why won't you just leave me alone? Why won't you answer me? You kept asking me questions. Very well, I guess I will make an exception. I shouldn't be telling you this, actually, but it's not like she can interrupt us. The woman's voice. My eyelids were getting heavy and my vision started to blur. The person's voice, too, were getting distant and distant. As for the voice inside my head, she was completely silent. Listen, Sylvia, you are... I see. So that's who I am. No wonder. The next second, the butterflies around me started to move like they were attacking me. I had no intention to fight back. I slowly shut my eyes as the consciousness faded away. Why would I believe this guy telling me who I am? I don't know. The last thing I saw was a beautiful red butterfly. There you are. My Gaia. Gaia turned into a butterfly? Okay, we have to go to the next one. What is going on in this story? Dear Flutterflies to be continued. Okay. We got the Gaia end. Now we're gonna go for that other guy. I think. That place was pure white. On that place, two people were standing while staring daggers at each other. I guess this one is my win. I just want her to be happy. Why won't you leave her alone? Why won't you leave us alone? You sure ask the same question again and again. I told you before, I'm just doing my responsibilities. As your mentor, that is. You don't understand anything. The man turned his back from the woman and walked away, but he was stopped by the woman's words. Probably, but the same goes for you. You too understand nothing. No, you were wrong. Am I? Anyway, I will devour the other one too. When I do, I hope you will fulfill your promises too. I feel like this is like a demon devouring souls or something. Souls that maybe have already died. That is my opinion. Let's put this to an end, Sylvia. Sylvia's story unlocked. I'm back to the character selection. Yes. Where else am I supposed to go? You have cleared Sylvia's story. Now you can select Sylvia's story on the selection menu. Alright, here we go. Next part of this. So, what's gonna happen? I got off of the campus's bus and walked to my destination, the facility I got accepted into. For a straight 1 minute, I stood there and stared in awe. It was my third day as a college student, and I still couldn't believe that I was actually here. Every time I woke up, I needed to check my acceptance notice to confirm that it wasn't a dream. Fortunately, it wasn't. Wow. You want me to be happy and you just, like, bring me to college? Yeah. I guess that is the peak time of people's lives, supposedly. But this place sure is big. That means I did all this homework for nothing. I took my phone out to check my class's schedule. Let's see. Today I have a class on Building C. Building C is, In an instant, I realized I didn't know where the classroom is, not even the building. Building C was one of the integrated learning buildings, but about the location, I couldn't remember it. Confused, I looked right and left to find someone to ask to. But how should I ask? Is it alright for me to stop a random person and ask for a direction? Yes. What if I'm bothering them? Should I ask for a direction of the group chat? But I never talked there before. On second thought, maybe I should just walk around and find it myself. For a moment, I lost in my own thoughts about what I should do. Oi! I could hear someone's voice, but I didn't respond to it. Those person was probably calling out to someone else. Hey, you! The voice was getting closer than before. In fact, it came right from behind me. The next second, my shoulder was slightly tapped, causing me to flinch. When I turned around, the figure standing before me was someone who was in the same department and same year as me. You dropped this. On his hand, there was my student card. Why did I lose it? When did I lose it? Immediately, I opened my bag and took my purse out. My student card wasn't there. Yes, it's yours. Just look at the photo and the name. Is there anyone else like that? Here, quickly take it. I took the student card from the male student's hand. Found it on the bus. Be more careful next time. Seriously, who the heck lost a student card on the first week? he doesn't have to put it like that. And when did I... Oh, I lost mine so many times. And then... Oh, I remember, like, I lost mine for, like, a couple of days. I got a new one. And then I found it, like, somewhere under my desk, like, 3 months later. I was just like, man, I just didn't look hard enough for this, but I heard our student card could be used as a replacement for a card using a public transportation, like a train or a bus. So today I tried to pay train fees with my student card. After I used the card on the exit gate, I put it in my skirts pocket and took the university bus to the facility. It must have slipped from my pocket when I sat down. I didn't even realize. Thank goodness someone found it. Thank you. What's his name again? Caladrius. Cala is fine too. Yes. Thank you. Caladrius. I was about to refer him as Calo, but I changed my mind. If I sound overly familiar, I was afraid that he might felt uncomfortable. However, he squinted his barely visible eyes. You know what? Just call me Cala. Huh? But don't you think Caladrius is a little too long? Not really. Anyway, it's Cala, okay? Okay. I'm Sylvie. Nice to meet you. Sure. Talking to this person called Cala made me somewhat drained my energy, you know? But then, I realized something very important. He was my classmate. We took the same classes together, so we could go there together. Should I ask him? But walking together with a stranger feels awkward. Ask to go together? No, Sylvie, you have to try talking to people and make friends. Here I go. Are you going to the classroom, right? Well, yes, why? Can I come with you? I mean, I can't find the place. Admitting that I was basically lost was more embarrassing than I thought. Are you directionally challenged? No, I just haven't memorized this place yet. Sure, whatever. With that, I decided to follow him, and the two of us head together to the classroom. Even though he was a little rude, I guess he was actually a nice person. Yeah, he came off a bit rude, but he's really just a nice guy, you know? Along the way, we accompanied by silence. None of us were saying anything. I glanced at him from time to time, but his eyes were always looking forward, and through his hair, he was trying to find which way to go because his hair was in his eyes. He couldn't see very well. This is kind of awkward. We are classmates, so we need to at least try to know each other better, right? We don't need to, technically. Should I try saying something? But what should I talk about? I'm not good at starting conversations. Why am I like this? Oh wait, I think I heard someone said something before that at a time like this, to break the ice, you could say, do you watch anime or nice weather today? Do you watch anime? Anime? Animation? Cartoon or such? He turned his head and his eyes briefly met mine before shifting his focus to the front again. No. Oh. No, huh? That was a fast response. Maybe I should just come up with something else, like when I was about to open my mouth. A loud voice interrupted me. Masta Azadeo. It's morning. Please wake up. Hearing the sudden noise, I flinched. Both Caladrius and I stopped. What was that? Then it rang again for the second time. Masta Azadeo. Okitaku dase. It's morning. Please wake up. Wait. The sound it came from. I looked at Caladrius, his face palming himself. With a heavy sigh, he took his phone up from his pocket. Nasa Asadeo. When it rang for the third time, the sound cut off midway. The source was without a doubt Caladrius' phone. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my alarm. Oh, yeah. He does have an ego. Was that from an anime, perhaps? I thought you said you didn't watch anime. Supernova. Magical Musical Girls is not an anime. It's a rhythm game. Damn. Why did everyone always asking? Wait, I'm gonna read this. Why did everyone always asking what anime is, then at when it's not even from an anime? Not everybody knows this random girl game you play, bro. I was surprised. Suddenly he walked closer and talked super fast with visible irritation on his face. He is a little too close. He was pointing his finger at his phone. There was a cute girl in a frilly apron dress holding a microphone. As he talked, his face was getting closer to mine. The person himself was too busy talking to notice it, though. Close. He is too close. But now I noticed that from up close he was indeed handsome. I overheard the girls during the very first day talking about how handsome Caladrius was, but they didn't really buy it because of his long bangs. I had to admit, yeah, they really play up this character. They're like, oh, the guy with the gray long bang hair and the little like choker around his neck. Oh, he's so handsome, bro. This guy's so handsome. He's so mysterious. So I had to admit that he was correct. He would be more handsome if he fixed that attitude, though. Oh, his eyes are just so pretty, like the ocean. And when I realized that I'd been staring at space in the daze for a while. No, Sylvie. Not good, girl, bro. I took a few steps back to give some more distance between us. Anyway, it's from a game. It's not like everyone with this art style and voice over is from anime, okay? Yes, it is. Do you understand? To be honest, I didn't catch what he was saying, but I nodded anyway. I did. He was trying to make something that seemed like an anime, not an anime, but it's all based around the same art style and technically anime game. Great. Anyway, let's go to the classroom. We are wasting time talking here. Okay. Then we start moving again. Once again in the awkward silence until we finally reach the classroom. Today, there were booths of the student organizations and clubs on the courtyard near the facility's Student Activity Center building. They were displaying their products. Oh. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. All the same stuff that we talked about before. But still, this is so many people. Maybe it was because there weren't many classes for freshmen during this hour. The students were gathered here. Everywhere I saw people, they just like to wave, and I was a person getting swept away. I can't stand this. I don't feel good. I should find a less crowded place to rest. I walked away from the courtyard to leave. To left, as it says. I think I walked here this morning. Faintly I could hear something, a singing voice accompanied by an instrument. As I walked, the sound was getting clearer. My eyes wandered to find its source. That was when I noticed there was someone strumming a guitar on the bench nearby. Oh, it's no other than Caladrius. What a beautiful voice. Listening to his singing voice, looking at his profile, I couldn't got my eyes off of him. I was spellbound. Yeah, you couldn't get your eyes off of him, sure. But this song, I think I heard it somewhere before. It's a love song, right? I wonder what is the title. Suddenly, Caladrius stopped. He put his guitar down and he took his phone from his trousers pocket. With his thumbs, he started typing something. You really just notice everything everyone is doing in very close detail, don't you? When he was about to put the phone back, he noticed me staring at him from a distance. Oh, you Chibi, right? Chibi? It's Sylvie. Yeah, that. Since I was already exposed anyway, I approached him. What do you want? Nothing. Just passing by. Be honest, you were admiring my performance, weren't you? What? He is not wrong, but the song sounds familiar. I mean, I thought I heard the song from somewhere, so I just... Seriously, you know this song? I think. I cannot remember where I heard it, though. Yeah, I see. Well, I wrote this song, and I never published it. So, where you think you know it from now? His smile made me uncomfortable, so I looked away. Let's try changing the subject. Haha. By the way, you are not going to the club expo? I did. I came to the booth, signed up, and left. Huh, you didn't listen to the presentation? What for? I decided on what to join already, so what's the point in wasting time? That's kind of amazing. And you? There were so many people over there. I'm not too good with crowded places, so... Well, I managed to look around a little. I was looking for a place to rest, and then I heard something coming from here. It happened to be you, in fact. I see. Anything caught your eyes? Well, I think everything looked kind of interesting. I haven't decided on anything yet. So, anything you want to try? I can't think of anything yet. Figures. What do you mean? It just shows on your face. On my face? What about it? You look like an indecisive person with no passion or motivation whatsoever in life. Huh? You're wrong. I do have something I'm passionate about. I have, right. The way you talk too, like you are always hesitating and being afraid of something. Hearing his words, I felt my blood start to boil. I just talked to this person today and he's already insulting me? I'm sorry that I'm such a timid and introverted person. What's wrong with you? I may not look like it, but I'm doing my best here. Don't you think you're being too mean? We barely know each other. Please don't talk to me like you know everything about me. Instead of replying, he was looking at me intently while touching his chin. You know what? You have a point here. Huh? Yeah. I was surprised at how quick he accepted it. Hey, can you sit? Huh? What's with the sudden change of topic? We were just talking about me. Can't we just, like, stay on that? Before I could reply, someone approached us. By us, I meant Caladrius. Wait. Sorry for the wait. There's so many people, it took longer than I expected. No problem. I had a good practice here. If I'm not mistaken, this person is also in our year. I think they sat next to each other in this morning's class. The two of them seem to be close. Are they friends? The male student noticed me staring at him. When our eyes met, I looked away. Oh, you are our classmates, right? Are you two in the middle of talking, perhaps? I'm sorry. This person, however, unlike Caladrius, was more polite. So, oh no, it's okay. You haven't answered my question. Can you sing? I'm not sure. What do you mean you're not sure? Yes or no? You cannot answer a yes-no question without saying either yes or no. Why is this person so pushy? I mean, I only ever sing when I'm alone, so yes or no? Yes, I can. More unsure moments, I see. What? The male student tapped Caladrius' shoulder and positioned himself between Caladrius and I. Dude, you look like you want to pick a fight if you talk like that. Sorry about that. This guy's kind of a filter broken idiots. That's not what he said. Please don't take it to heart. His filter's kind of broken. Why is he apologizing on Caladrius instead? Sure. And you should start explaining things to her. Huh? Explain what? The male student and I looked at Caladrius. What I'm trying to say is that why don't we form a band? Huh? Huh? Form a band? Who? Us. Who else? Me, him, and you. Me too. What? What? What's this? What's with this person? Forming a band and I'm included? This is so random. Come on. What's your reaction? You must look at the mirror and see how dumb you look like right now. No. It's impossible. I cannot play an instrument. That's why I'm asking you whether you can sing or not. You can be our main vocalist. You said you can, so you should join me. I see. Are you thinking about the upcoming band competition on the Freshman Cup? Right. That one. Freshman Cup? Yes, it's a competition for freshmen among departments. I posted the notice on the group chat last night. I haven't checked the group chat yet. I see, but I think it's impossible for me. Why? You won't know unless you try. I mean, I have stage fright. Well, if you want to sing with your eyes closed or with sunglasses, I don't mind. That's not what I mean. Caladrius let out a loud sigh and shook his head. Listen here, Safi. It's Sylvie. Yes, Sylvie. And things are getting intense again. If you don't know what you want to do, what you like, you should start searching for it. Don't say you can't before you even try anything. It will get you nowhere. Have you ever thought that you wanted to change? To try something new? To challenge yourself? Okay, bro. I just met you. I think he is right. And that is why you should join my band. To challenge yourself. Try something new. Embrace a change. Join my band. Join my band. And you should try being in the band. If you want to try a new challenge, why don't you just give it a chance? On the contrary of his previous expression and tone, Caladrius smirked his right hand, stretching his hand out to me, you know? This feels like one of those advertisements that try to trick you into thinking that you're dissatisfied with your life. So you need this product in order to change your life and make it better. But when you get it, you know, you realize that your life is still pretty average anyway. If you are anxious about singing along, this guy will also be singing. So, this will, there is no need to worry. We are just going to go on stage and have fun. And win. Yeah, but just as a bonus, what do you think, Sylvie? Why don't you join us? The man in front of me was such a rude and bizarre person, but at the same time, something about him was able to persuade me. I told myself to become a better person and to make friends. I cannot stay like this. Maybe he was the push I need. His words, I want to believe in it. When I realized my hand already took his big warm hand. What was that drama just now? Who are you? A few days later, we were having our first group meeting in the cafeteria to discuss the songs during our lunch break. Including me, there were 5 of us. Okay, let's confirm our position again. I will be the bassist, guitarist, and vocal. I'm on the keyboard, I'm on the drummer, and vocalist, says Sylvie. Last night, Caladrius' friend informed me that they recruited 2 more people. One of them turned out to be my friend. My friend A, friend B, friend C, all the friends are coming together. They said it'll be more comfortable for me if there were another girl in the group, so they asked her. How considerate. Okay, so we will be performing two songs. One is a compulsory song, and the other one is up to us. The compulsory song is called Another Tuesday at the Campus. As for the free song, I sent the link of the songs on the group. Please check it out. All of us took out our phones and looked at the newly created group chat. The songs he mentioned were called Dear Butterflies and Attention Miracle Stars. The second one, is this the song from that game? What's with the star? How do you pronounce it? We are thinking about picking one of these songs. Of course, we are open if you have a better suggestion. I put our earphone and tried to listen to the two songs. I put on one, Apparently, the other three also did the same. The first song was a ballad with a mysterious tone. The first song, is it the one Caladrius sang before? I looked towards Caladrius and he just sparked, probably noticing what surprised me. I've never heard any of these songs before. Dude, is the second one an anime song? Huh? Supernova Magical Musical Girls is not an anime. It's a rhythm game. Whoa, I've heard this line before. Yes, just leave it at that. We don't have much time until the lunch break ends. Anyway, what do you guys think? Is it a popular song might be better? Actually, the first one is a pretty popular song. I don't know about the other one though. Is that so? Then maybe we can go with the first song. Honestly, I like the second. You have good taste, and so it's popular. Yeah, popular in the fandom, but not to others. Shut up, will you? Then Caladrius turned to me. What do you think? Cal and I okay either way. So your choice will determine our chosen song. Let's see if it's the right one. All eyes were directed at me and made me nervous. The first one is more familiar to me. The Rhythm Game song is great too. It's lively. I'm not sure if I can sing lively songs, so I think I prefer the popular song, Dear Butterflies. We don't have much time to practice, so I think it's better to choose a more familiar song. You are actually making sense for once. What you said is actually true, and we need to practice two songs. Thank you. Also, I like it, or people might like it. I like it. I kind of like this song. Well, you should. It's popular. Okay, we have our songs. Make sure you guys study for the song first. Dismissed. Of course you should like the popular songs. Only the popular songs are the liked songs. That's all you should like are the popular songs. All the other songs are just unpopular garbage. Like your Attention Anime Girl song, okay, bro? Of course, that's not my personal opinion. I'm just trying to get into the flux of my character. That night, I listened to the songs over and over again, without realizing I'd fallen asleep while listening to the music. Everything around me was black. I was staring at the nothingness until someone appeared in the darkness. It was the mysterious man. Finally, I can enter. I feel like I saw an episode of teenage drama. Quite ascetic this time. The mysterious shadows start talking, but I didn't understand the meaning of his words. Who are you? I wonder how many times I've heard this question. Why don't you guess? A peaver. Only a peaver would dream of a peaver. Are you one? No. I don't want to say the word. I tried thinking, but couldn't think of anything. Then I saw the butterfly pattern on his clothes. A fairy. A fairy? Haha. Let's leave it at that, then. Nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Fairy. Now, won't you come with me? Suddenly, a swarm of butterflies appeared around him. I opened my mouth in awe. How pretty. Those butterflies flew my way. I only stood still with my right hand outstretched, trying to touch those winged beauties. But suddenly, the ground right under my feet cracked, and the next second I collapsed and I fell. It's the song. Someone released a song, and it stills the souls of the people who listen to it. Everything was white. Faintly, I could hear someone, a girl's voice, calling my name, but I couldn't see her figure anywhere. Sylvie, you are the only one left. Even if it's just you, please, your happiness, our happiness. Huh? What are you talking about, my happiness? Oi. I said, oi, can you hear me? When I realized I was at Cactus. In front of me was a familiar, rude man holding a guitar. Huh? Why am I here? Why are you here? Wasn't I sleeping? Why do I feel like there is a gap in my memory? Look at here. I'm spending my precious time to practice with you, and you are daydreaming. Daydreaming? Right, I must be daydreaming. If not that, I must be tired, or maybe I'm sick. Should I go see the doctor after this? You don't look too good. Are you sick? Without realizing, Caladrius had came closer to take a peek on my face. I'm okay. He is too close. Seriously, this person needs to work on the sense of distance. Well, if you say so. Still, let's stop here today. Right after Caladrius backed off, someone approached us. Oh, it's you, Calla. Are you practicing? Yo, Gaia, we just finished. The person was Gaia, our senior, and the president of our department's student association. So calm and cool, as always. I wonder if they knew each other. Hey, you know each other? I elbowed Caladrius and talked to him in a low volume, almost like a whisper. Are you friends with this senior? He is my senior during high school. After answering me, they proceed to talk to each other again for a while. It's great to talk to you after a long time. Yeah, we should hang out sometime. Of course. And I need to go to class now. Okay, see you later. Gaia was about to leave, but he turned around. Alright, we're about to announce the mentoring group soon. Don't forget to check it out when it's out, you two. Sure. Okay. After saying that, he went for real. Sorry about that. We don't have a class anymore. Are you going home? Yes. Me too. Let's go together into the station. Until the station. That's what it says. Just go to the station together, you know? The two of us walked together to the bus station to wait for the university's bus to the station. Now that I thought about it, the two of us met because I dropped my student ID on the bus. Fate sure was an unpredictable thing. You wouldn't know where your fate would lead you to. That night, I was listening to our chosen song while reading the lyrics on my PC. Suddenly, my phone vibrated and there was a chat notifications flooding in. Alright, the president said there will be a notification about mentoring. When I checked the group chat, as expected, it was the mentoring thing. I downloaded the form and started scrolling to search for my own name. Let's see, Sylvie. There it is. Group 14, Sylvie and Caladrius. We're in the same group? The mentor name is... No, you can't see it. Huh? I can't see a name? Before I could see the name of my mentor, but out of nowhere everything turned black. Once again, the silhouette of someone I saw inside my dream appeared in front of me. Oh, hello. Ah, Mr. Fairy, did I fall asleep? Yeah, you can say that. Somehow, his wording was weird, but since the first day we met, he had been saying some weird things. You know, I have been meaning to ask you something. Well, what is it? Do you not know the difference between guitar and bass? Huh? His question surprised me. I thought he would ask something more complicated and philosophical. Of course, I thought I knew, but when I tried to imagine it, my mind was like being enveloped by a thick white fog. As if manifesting from my mind, my surrounding also turned white. Before that, the last thing I saw was Mr. Fairy's smile. Bro. Oh, here we are at the MC. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We're the freshman cup. And I realized I was in the auditorium. This again? Huh? Wait, it's already the opening ceremony? How many days have I skipped without remembering? What is this? What is happening to me? Do I seriously need a hospital? I was about to lose my mind, but then I heard a familiar voice from behind me. Why is he screaming? When I turned around, the owner of the voice was there, just the person I expected. Kala. Oh, you. Isn't the first time you called me by my name? Thought you don't remember my name. I'm not you. What? What is this conversation? Oh, look at you. Brave enough to talk back to me now. Well, that's true, since when did I get comfortable with him? First, let's start the glorious opening ceremony by singing our facilities anthem and jargon. Just saying, make sure you properly let your voice out here. No lip sync, no chicken out. Think of it as a practice. Oh, okay. The whole auditorium sang the anthem led by Gaia, who was called on stage. After that, the schedule moved on starting from greetings to several people. This is boring. Hey, let's chat. By reflex, I covered my right ear when I could feel a ticklish sensation. Caladrius has talked to me on my right side without notice. What? I'm sure. Caladrius pointed out an empty seat next to him. He was telling me to sit next to him so we could talk easier. Where's the person who sat here before? Dunno, maybe he went home. Anyway, what do you think about the singing so far? I think singing is surprisingly fun. It's surprisingly fun. I didn't think you would enjoy it this much. That's great. But we will perform here, right? Seeing this place is so big, I can't help but to feel anxious. What if I mess up? What if I forget the lyrics or destroy our hard work? Hearing my words, Caladrius let out a sigh. You know what? That's totally normal. Huh? It is normal. I too feel that way. Even you? Yeah, but you know, the important thing is that we have fun on stage. Also, Caladrius leaned closer, the distance between us shortening quite a lot. Then he started talking in a voice almost like a whisper. Somehow I felt my cheeks were getting hot. So close. Why does he keep doing this? If you ever feel anxious on stage, just look my way. Follow my voice. Look at me. To hide my blushing face, I looked down and nodded. As if I couldn't read the atmosphere, Caladrius' phone vibrated. Oh, a message. Caladrius immediately checked his phone. Looks like we will have our first mentoring session tomorrow. Alright, mentoring. Last time I blacked out when I was checking the names. I didn't get a chance to look at the mentor's name. I wonder why. Curious, I also checked my phone. And then the blackness. But then, once again, the darkness enveloped me. Oh my gosh. I can't do anything without going back into the darkness these days. So it just keeps happening over and over again. And just as before, Mr. Fairy was there. Mr. Fairy, is this your doing? What do you mean? Lately I have gaps in my memory. I think I started when I first met you. We met in my dream, talked like this, but I couldn't even see your face, probably. When I woke up, I was in a place doing something, but I couldn't remember anything between those lines. I thought you were harmless, but Mr. Fairy, are you a bad fairy? Did you do something to me? Did you take away my memories? I was asking seriously, but Mr. Fairy burst into laughter instead and clapped his hands. Sorry about that. To answer your question, what happened to your memory is not my doing. I simply make use of the gap. What do you mean? Hey, have you ever read a novel or watched a movie? Of course you have, right? Yeah. Instead of writing or showing every single second of the protagonist's life, the writer chose to only let us know the important events. The ones that they can describe, the ones that are necessary for the protagonist, the ones that are impactful. But what about the events between? What about the untold life? Don't you think it's similar to your situation? No, I'm human after all. I'm a real person, you know. Is that so? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Mr. Fairy shrugged. Well, if you really want to know, it's because if you ask her yourself. Look, she is here. As soon as he said that, a white light flashed before me, turning everything into white. This is a roller coaster. When I realized Mr. Fairy was nowhere to be seen, instead there was a woman standing in front of me. The resemblance between us was uncanny, as if we were twin sisters. She walked closer to me, grabbed my hand, enveloping it with her 2 hands. Sylvie, are you okay? Did he tell you something weird? This voice, I think I've heard this voice somewhere. Him. Are you talking about Mr. Fairy? She shook her head. That person was no fairy. That person, he wants to rob us from our happiness. Our happiness? Yes. You should live your life the way you want, trying something new, making friends, finding someone you love. Also, to stand on the same stage as that person. Her words caught me off guard. Kella, I want to sing with you. That will be your happiness, and your happiness is my happiness. My happiness? That's why, no matter what he told you, don't listen to him. Don't let his words get to you. You understand, right? As confused as I was, I still nodded at her question. I just found that I had to listen to her. Good. One more thing. Never try to look for his name. Then my vision started to become blurry. Yeah, why did he let them talk if she was going to give her valid information? Maybe it's because, like, he knows that they're already stuck and they can't really do anything about it. Without having a chance to question her, my body was once again swallowed by bright lights. Just as before, I realized I was in a random place this time, the auditorium. Daydreaming again? Wake up already, it's almost time for rehearsal. My eyes widened in surprise when I heard his words. Rehearsal? This is ridiculous. I don't have a single memory about group practice, and we are about to do rehearsal. Sylvie, are you okay? Still half asleep, I see. Oh, look who is worried. Am I not allowed to? Jokes aside, if you're not feeling too good, maybe you should rest a bit longer. We have a real performance an hour after the rehearsal. Not only the rehearsal, but also the performance is also today. I agree. Do you mean medicine or water, maybe? Somehow, Caladria said the others were looking at me worriedly. No. I'm okay, thank you, everyone. Are you anxious about our performance? Don't worry, me too. Yeah, me too, actually. Let's just do as we practice. Yeah. But I don't remember anything about the practice. I was lost in my thought, but then Caladrius tapped my shoulder, bringing me back to reality again. Coming to think of it, Sylvie, I think our mentor said he wants to see our performance. He just said it on the mentoring group chat. I see. Our mentor, huh? I wonder what kind of person that person is. I didn't even know his name. He just sent a chat, right? Maybe I should look at it real quick. I took my phone out, but then I got reminded of the mysterious woman's words. Never try to look for his name. Why did I think about that? It's not like he is my mentor, right? Still, it's weird that I've always blacked out when I was about to find out about him. But I'm curious, what do I do? I'll ask Caladrius. Calla, what do you think about our mentor? Even if I couldn't ask for his name, I could just ask about what kind of person our mentor is, right? Why are you asking? I'm just wondering. If you ask me, I say he's kinda weird. But he cared about us, so I guess he's a good person. And he said he would treat us if we win. That's still kind of vague, but I guess it's fine. At least I know he is not a bad person. I see. Still, I don't like it. Huh? About what? You are showing interest in another man, even though you never asked about me. That makes me irritated. What? No, that's not true. What am I, your girlfriend already? Come on. It's not like we're destined to be together or anything like that. Is he, by your chance, jealous? Well, I will leave it at that. So, okay. Anyway, let's just go on stage. It's our turn now. Yes. The rehearsal went smoothly. Somehow I managed to sing without any mistake. But now, it was time for the real performance. Unlike before, when this place was empty, people had started to come and fill the seats. So many people. Now I'm getting nervous. By the way, what's our number? Our attention immediately focused on one person, Caladrius. The order of the performance was determined by the lottery. He was representing our team to pull the number. We got the best number. Somewhere in the middle? It's first. Duh. The fact that we're the opening performer made us extra nervous. Us, except for Caladrius. Then, there was a loud ringing sound from the stage. Mic test, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the Freshman Cup's last competition and closing ceremony. I looked at the person on stage. The MC was the person as the opening ceremony. That person is really loud. Oi, Sylvie, let's go to the backstage. It's almost time for our turn. Ah, yes. What? Suddenly, Caladrius pulled my hand and brought his face closer to my ears. Remember, if you are scared, just look at me. Okay. Great. Let's do our best. Yes. After a short while, we were called to the stage as the first contestant. The moment we stepped on the stage, the crowds were getting excited. The view from here was amazing. I could see every single of them. All their attention was to the stage, sending a massive amount of pressure. On contrary to the clapping and cheering, my hands and legs were shaking. For a moment, my heart went blank. My head went blank, Then I could feel someone lightly tapping my shoulder. Good evening, everyone. We are the first team. Today, we are going to perform 2 songs. Without much delay, here's the first song, Another Tuesday at the Campus. It's not Tuesday, but please listen to us. The moment he finished his speech, the music started. I looked at him. He flashed me a smile before he started singing. His face somehow made me feel a little bit better. I need to follow his lead. I can do this. Regaining my composure, I start singing. Once I got into it, honestly, it was so fun. Singing was so fun. Then I realized the song was already over, and I was craving for more. That was the first song. Before we start the second song, we would like to thank the committee and everyone involved for... Caladrius stopped and glanced towards his friend. The person in question was giving out hints. Did he forget his script? Yes, our greetings were scripted because apparently His friend was afraid that Caladrius would just run his mouth without thinking. We would like to thank the committee and everyone involved for holding the Freshman Cup. Also, I'd like to give a special thanks for my mentor for coming to see our performance today. Wait, he is here? If I win this, you said you would treat me to barbecue. Do not back down on your words, though. What is he saying? The audience were laughing because of his declaration. Since Caladrius said our mentor was here, I found myself looking around the audience searching for him. I didn't know why I was doing this. I shouldn't have known his face. But then I found someone familiar. No way. How is he here? Among the audience, I found a certain someone. Someone that I thought I wouldn't see outside of my dream world. Mr. Fairy? Although I could see his face before, but I was certain from his attire that it was him. Somehow my feeling was telling me that he was the one. He was my mentor. He looked straight at me, probably noticing my gaze, and smiled. The moment I remembered the words of the mysterious woman who looked like me. The person he wants to rob us of our happiness? Now please listen to our second song, Dear Butterflies. As if there was a power outage, everything became dark and silent all of a sudden. There was a blackout. From the dark, a figure appeared. He was surrounded by butterflies. He stretched out his hand, and one of those butterflies landed on his fingertip. He brought his finger close to his face and whispered, "Let me devour you." Then the butterfly emitted a bright light. When the light died down, it suddenly became a marble, and he ate it. Thanks for the food. After that, I heard footsteps getting closer and closer. Looks like she failed this time too. Mr. Fairy, did you just ate a butterfly? What's that? What was that? Just who are you? Oh, did you see that? I'm embarrassed. But I don't fancy eating bugs. What I ate wasn't really a butterfly. Dream is my food. Those butterflies are fragments of a dream. I was simply devouring my food. Huh? Let me introduce myself. My name is Baku, a human, but also a dream eater. What? You should have noticed it by now, but I'm your mentor. So it's true. Sylvia kept erasing my existence in your world. That's why you couldn't even see my name. That person is trying to protect me from you, but she said, you are going to take away my happiness and hers. Hearing my words, Mr. Fairy, no Baku left. And she gets to decide your happiness? Did she lie to me? Why? By the way, this is taking too long. Let's wrap it up. Am I going to wake up? When I do, will I still be singing on the stage again? Can I sing with him again? What are you talking about? Your world is right here. He looked at the butterflies around him. Huh? Aren't they the ones he ate before? Wait. He said he ate Dream, then your reality never existed in the first place. Oops, I said it. I made a lot of exceptions these days. Well, whatever. What? You said you are a human. Are you not? A real person? Truth is, you are not. Huh? I don't get it. Just like a novel and a movie, you are a character from a story. You are that woman's protagonist. I felt my strength was leaving my body and I fell to my knees. You are part of these guys, too. That's why she is so desperate to protect you from me. Because you are also a fragment of Dream. Her dream. The Dream Eater cruelly smiled. My eyelids were getting heavy, and my vision started to blur. I couldn't lift my head and just stared into the darkness below me. That person's voice 2 were getting distant and distant. Even without her confirmation, deep down I knew that his words weren't a lie. Sorry about that. I need to devour every single of you so I could drag her to reality. Even though it was faked, I could still hear his voice. Might be my imagination, but he sounded really gentle. The butterflies started gathering around him again, this time around me too. I used to think they were pretty, but now they were scary. Then a gray butterfly approached me and fluttered around me. Unlike the others, this one wasn't scary. If anything, it felt very lovely. It's you. I smiled and closed my eyes. Even though I was going to disappear, if you were by my side, I wasn't scared. Let's go, Calla. To our eternity together. Into nothingness, apparently. Okay, so all of them are figments of this woman's dream. Maybe she's like in a coma or something. If they eat all of the dream, then she'll be inclined to wake up and go back into reality. It's interesting. That's the last one, Sylvia. Gotta say, you need to polish your storytelling skills. The woman looked at the man with a frustrating glare. Shut up. The man just shrugged. I'm just giving you a constructive feedback. Don't be so mad. I mean, that's your downfall. Let's talk about the second last, Sylvia and Gaia. You don't even know Gaia. So it's a complete what-if story. It's quite funny, to be honest, considering I know how the real Gaia behaves, and he is nothing like that. It's clear to me that you are only looking at him on surface level. No, that's the real him. You just don't get it. I know him better than you. Well, he is tall, slightly intimidating, but a perfect and caring leader. Wow, you are delusional. Also, you don't know how to play basketball, right? You only know that he is good at basketball. The man let out a sigh and shook his head. Look at you. You don't know the rules, but tried to make a story about it. That's why Sylvia didn't have any memory of basketball practice, which created a gap. You just want to see her win. At least do your research first. Shut up. It's not like you decide the story. Hearing the woman's response, the man could only laugh dryly. Well, thanks to that, there were so many gaps that I could exploit. The weakness and her doubt especially made it easier for me to devour her world. The woman became more furious at the man's words. How dare you? Still, I think it's a little better than the last one, though. Sylvia and Caladrius, right? Since you at least know him and saw him perform before, the situation was based on real events. It's hilarious. You made a mistake right off the bat. What do you mean? You never see the inside of Calla's guitar case, right? It's a guitar. You're wrong. It's not a guitar. He isn't a guitarist either. His friend is the guitarist. Calla is the bassist. The one he used for the night's performance was a bass, not a guitar. So, it's not that much difference anyway. And it's my story. I can change it the way I want. You know nothing about instruments, I see. That's why, once again, there will be no group practice scene, because you don't know how it will go. Well, at least you admit it. But the funniest thing was, you actually created a big hole for me. Yourself. Since both Calla and you are my mentee, or at least my name, was bound to appear. You did your best to erase my existence and went as far as telling Sylvie to not look for her mentor. But the last scene. The woman bit her lips, looking frustrated. He was right. The one scene was her mistake. You could just change that scene, but you didn't. I guess it's proof that Calla called Kala calling me out that time lives rent-free in your head. Thanks to that, my job became easier. Sylvie, I think you need a better look at your surroundings. Acknowledge someone as their own person, not someone you expect them to be. I do, and I know the true them. Maybe you are the one that cannot acknowledge them. You are preaching me, but it's not like you to correct either. You are correct either. Have you ever thought that maybe you are the delusional one? I know them. I know the true them. I know their preferences. I just want to have a good time and create a perfect scenario for them. What's wrong about it? Or could it be you are jealous because you are nothing to me? Narcissistic much? Well, whatever. Your dreams are all gone. Now, as promised, you will return to reality with me. That's our deal. A man stretched out his hand towards the woman. However, she quickly slapped the hand away. Humph. Aren't you impolite? I'm older than you. The woman didn't respond. I guess I will forgive you this time. Oh. Well then, shall we begin to the curtain down? So, if I didn't ask about him... Attention, Miracle Stars. I think it's a good idea to be different with others. That's what I think too. Also, I like it. Like, I like this song. Well, you should. Okay, we have our songs then. We picked a different song this time. When I opened my eyes, I was inside a room where everything was pure white. In the middle, there was someone, a woman. As she noticed my presence, she turned around to face my direction. Hi, you. I was surprised when I saw her face. She looked just like me. She walked towards me and placed her hands on my shoulder. Sylvie, this won't do. At this rate, we can't achieve our wishes. What do you mean? But we can fix this still. Fix? I'm sorry. Did I make a mistake or something? Mistakes, yes. We can redo it. Still. You're my last hope. Please, please. You have to obtain happiness. Before our wishes get shattered and devoured by that person. Her words were getting further and further away as my consciousness, or rather unconsciousness, started to fade away. Okay. I guess I picked the wrong decision. I feel like Do You Watch Anime actually brought us closer together. Okay, so we have to pick Dear Butterflies then. And I like it. Gotta ask. Surprisingly fun. Do nothing. I decided not to take a risk after all. Anyway, let's go to the stage. It's our turn now. Yes. The rehearsal went smoothly. Somehow I managed to sing without any mistakes. Oh. I think the ending was the same, actually. Because it didn't stop this time. I don't know. Can I lead this? Do you want to see the prologue? Yes. Oh, wait. No. So I wonder if I have to change something in either reality. Maybe I'll just ask for a direction instead. You're going to the classroom, right? Yeah, yes, why? Mind telling me the place? I don't know where it is. Yes. From here you go that way. And we fell silent. I was listening closely, waiting for a continuation, but it never came. He was grumbling instead. You know, Just follow me. Yeah, why? That's kind of a pain, so I'll just show you the way. We're going to the same place anyway. With that, I decided to follow him, and the two of us head together to the classroom. Nice weather today, right? Yeah. He didn't even notice, even look at me. Maybe I should just come up with something else. Was that from an anime? Do you watch, or you know anime cartoon, or stuff like that? It's not a it's a rhythm game, and rhythm is spelt wrong. Why is everyone always asking that? I get it. I'll just admit it. Yes, your voice is beautiful without realizing, yeah, you finally you are being honest. I look away, unable to counter his words. Let's change the subject. That would, people might like it. I think the audience will like it. The audience, huh? Is it just my imagination, or he doesn't seem to like my reasoning? Oh, I knew that was the right one. Okay, we have our songs then. Bruh. I already know I messed up. I know I messed up because he made me start over again. Ah? Bruh. Maybe nice weather today is not the right one. I'll ask, because that seems to get me in the right direction. Surprisingly fun. Don't say I'm not sure. Don't think about negativity. Do nothing. Okay. I think I got the ending. That's what I think now. Unless you're supposed... God. You're supposed to change the, This... I wonder if you, like... If you pick all the right answers, be honest. Okay. I feel like I picked all the right answers, so maybe since we did that, we could go into this one. Maybe pick the right ones with this one too, which can change the outcome, and maybe we can bring her back to reality or something. I know I'm better than you. Yes. You're delusional. I can exploit the gaps still. How dare you? Okay, I don't think I could change it. I think it's the same. I think we made it to the end because if I mess up, they usually just start us back over again. Apparently there is more to the story, and there's like 2 main characters we're missing a whole plot on. So according to the butterfly guy, if we even believe him, there's something more to those 2 characters that are dark and sinister, perhaps. Or maybe just the Gaia character, apparently, because he seems quite intimidating. I don't think I could get a different ending, though. It's, yeah, I feel like there's just, like, this huge chunk missing here, because, like, you know, it does, like, it starts to with perceived reality, and it shifts everything on its head. It's like, I'm not sure if these are fictional characters, or maybe this girl, Sylvie, is just writing the story, and the butterfly guy is her abusive boyfriend trying to say that her writing is bad and terrible, when she's just, like, you know, expressing herself through creative means, and he's just trying to take her happiness by saying, oh, why would you do this, you know? Your story doesn't even make sense. It doesn't add up. It doesn't line up. Like, I'm just trying to give you constructive criticism. It's not a good story, essentially. You can't take constructive criticism, though, you know? That makes sense in my head. All these characters are fictional, and she's, like, expressing the abusive situation through her writing, and she's trying to write, like, some romance or something. Maybe she's wishing that she, like, fell for this other guy. Maybe she's trapped in this situation. I don't know. That's kind of what I pull from it, from kind of examining everything. So it's like, it might not be that, but that's what I get so far, because like the writing thing, like him criticizing her on the story that was written, it was just kind of random. It just kind of came out of nowhere. So that's kind of what I get overall. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a very long visual novel, but it was an interesting one for me. It was a lot longer than I expected it to be, and I kind of hope to get more story eventually. So, that was Dear Butterflies. Thank you so much for watching, if you made it this far, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.